think the thing with Strictly the most is that it is not about dance at all. And Strictly Ballroom is the success of it, I suppose, to every kind of audience, whether it's you know, young people, old people, very intellectually driven people, or people who read things on a simple level, is that it's a very, very simple story, like almost like a fairy tale, but set in the world of dance.
Strictly, I suppose, is a slight sidestep away from obviously being a straight contemporary dancer, but it has a fantastic strength. I mean, feature film has a fantastic strength in the way that it can communicate with the audience. It's so much more, well, larger than life, and it's so much stronger, so much more personal.
I mean, a lot of people, when I tell them about what the film's about, I can sort of see them for a minute thinking, oh, it isn't about really big things. But in the microcosm it is. And I think in every person's life there are moments, that your huge moments are when you have to overcome a fear to approach somebody.
I mean, what it's about is the same things that our lives are about, everybody's life is about. The world of ballroom dancing is a microcosm for the world at large. So, like the world at large, you've got a kind of all-powerful repressive regimes, whether it's a political body or it's, you know, your boss or work or just whatever it is that's stopping you from being what you are. And you've got, you know, young people with ideas who are trying to overcome that repression. So I think the thing about Strictly that people find surprising, they expect it to be funny, and that's an important part of it, and they expect to see, you know, great dancing. But I think the surprise is that at the end also, you feel for the people in it. You really do feel for them. And that it's great drama.
It's me. My dancing partner.
You go now. Go! Go!
No!
Vete con canalla! Lárgate! Lárgate! ¡Fuera de aquí! ¡Fuera! We just dance together, that's all. What sort of dance do you dance so late at night?
Paso doble.
¿Paso doble? ¿Tú bailas paso doble?
What?
¿You dance de paso doble?
Yeah.
So?
Yeah, well, I mean, Strictly Ballroom, I think, is a dance, in my view, is a dance film. Now, it's an interesting thing. We have, in the 40s, you know, in that period, or the 30s, what you call a theatrical language or an unnaturalistic language was a totally acceptable form of storytelling. And so you had situations like Top Hat, where, and I mean, Fred Astaire's great achievement was that you had a very simple story, you know, boy meets girl, I love you, I love you, I love you. But instead of saying it, he danced it, you know? I love you, I love you, I love you, right? Now, so instead of just going, story, 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 stop, let's do a break, it was story, 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 and now the main emotional moment would be told through dance.
was quite lucky to get involved in Strictly, and I hope it is a progression of my career as a dancer, because I'm pushing the age limit now, and as a dancer it's sort of getting time to stop, and so at least through Strictly I can move into another area. It makes me feel very excited. I think what excites me most is the idea that what I've done so far as a dancer and as a performer, I can continue to do, but on a vaster stage. I'm not so impressed with the idea of being a star and, you know, the audience, as long as people walk out of the film or walk out of the theatre feeling like they've accomplished something or gone on a journey, then that's what's very much important. There was one other dancer, I think, professional dancer, but the rest sort of, we all came in, we all did lessons together and that sort of thing. And I suppose they came in as movers rather than dancers, and I think they did fantastically well, especially considering the amount of time that we had to train. Barry Otto, when he first walked in for his first dance lesson, he walked in fine, but if you set him to walk across the stage as a dance step, he couldn't walk. And yet by the end of the film, he had me in awe of his dancing ability. And the same with Tara. Tara always had a great basis or ability of movement. And then I suppose she harnessed that, and thanks to John and our trainers, she really started to develop that. And without a doubt, she became a dancer, which I think in the amount of time that we had is an incredible feat.
Clearly, she was Fran, and she had all of those things we'd hoped for. She was funny, moving, and I think strong too, which was, it's always it's a challenge of a combination of elements.
It's hard for me too, Fran.
Hard? Hard? How hard do you think it's been for me? Frangipani della squeegee mop. Wash the coffee cups, Fran. How's your skin, Fran? Hard?
The fact that so many people identify across the board, men and women and everybody, with Fran, makes it a great character to play because you've got that empathy. I mean, I don't think I've really ever played many characters that are really hateful. But it's good as an actor when people respond to you, when they respond really warmly. It does make you feel good.
Do you think the rumba's the right one to do?
Yeah, Les will love it.
I do too. The rumba, I mean.
Fran, you know what I said about the rumba being, the dance of love?
Yeah.
Well...
Yeah?
It's pretend. You just pretend to be in love. It's not real.
Oh no. I didn't think... Because I didn't...
But it was interesting playing a character who had very similar challenges to what I had as the actor, which was to just draw every strength she had and every confidence she has in herself. And as an actor, not having had really much dance training and not having had any film experience, that I had to, as well as Fran does, had to draw on everything that I could believe about myself, every positive thing that I thought, yes, I can do it.
The face is strong. Sí. Un. Ya. Un, dos, tres. Ven. 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 Muy bien, Fran. Very good.
I remember when we filmed a lot of the dance sequences in the film, particularly the big final dance sequence. That was my first day on set, on my first film, and my first time dancing with a professional dancer, Paul Mercurio. So I was terrified, absolutely terrified. And in many of the sequences, all I can remember seeing is Paul's face.
You won't admit you love me, and so how am I ever to know? You always tell me, perhaps, perhaps, perhaps. Sometimes I've asked you, and then I ask you over again. You only answer, perhaps, perhaps, perhaps. If you can't make your mind up, we'll never get started. And I don't want to wind up being parted.
You're kidding.
I had no dance background, really. I had about 3 weeks initially with Paul Mercurio because I had to look like I was very good at it because our characters were like stars, the sort of Torval and Dean of that small studio. And it was incredibly hard work, but incredibly good fun because I love partner dancing. Any partner dancing to me is so much more exciting than standing 6 feet away from your partner sort of going like that at a discotheque. I mean, it's just great for it to be about trust between two people and balance and ease, but it's incredibly hard work. It's like, it's very athletic, and I mean, you're sweating from head to toe, every muscle in your body's being worked, and it's an incredible challenge to get down thousands of tiny steps and to remember them and to execute them with ease.
I knew you'd come to your senses.
What do you want?
My character, Liz, is desperate to succeed, absolutely desperate to win. It's the most important thing in her life, and that's why I think she's funny, as is Pat Thompson's character, who plays the mother, Shirley. And I mean, in the opening segment of the film, you hear the Blue Danube Waltz, and you see beautiful dancing, and the first vocal thing you hear is Shirley screaming, "Come on, number 100!" And it's just, that sets the scene for what it's gonna be all about.
Oh, my God.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Hastings. I am sorry I have tried. God knows I have tried. But as far as I can see, your son isn't even interested in winning at the Pan Pacifics. As at this moment, he and I are no longer partners.
Working with a large young cast made me feel extremely old. It's, especially, I mean, the amazingly talented and inspired director who is decades younger than me, and I think, well, certainly knows a lot more in film about film than I do. No, it's wasn't so much working with younger people or older people. It was working with very good people of every age, which was an absolute buzz.
Forward on the heel, friend. What would they know? Flashy, unusual choreography. Crowd-pleasing, sure, but where was your floor craft? Arms, Clary. No energy directed into the floor. Untidy feet and hands. You could have driven a truck between your left elbow, arms, Clary, and your right hand. Think that's a win of the Pan Pacific Grand Prix?
Wonderful cast of veteran actors. Yeah, dear old Bill Hunter. Well, dear old Bill, yes, they found him. They brought him back again.
Vanessa Cronin? Wow. Hello, sweetie. Having a bit of trouble with the old Bogo Pogo, are we? The trick to that one is to go down one heel ball, then pull the weight up into the chest, puffing it out proud like a peacock. Then a quick syncopating 2 and 3 and 3 and 4. And Brinde.
Gee, thanks, Mr. Boy.
Gotta run. Good luck for tonight, kids.
Bill and I mean, you know, like playing those two characters off each other, as we have for many years referred to each other as the second best character actor in Australia. It was finally good to be there to do what we could to just help each other through.
The reality is that design is an applied art form. It's not a pure art form, and it should help the piece speak. And I mean, you have just the most fabulous world in which to do that in ballroom dance. I mean, what kind of, it's the only, apart from Las Vegas, the only glamorous world left to us, I think.
Also, in working with Baz, there is a history there, and there's a language that the three of us have between each other. So, you know, you've already dealt with each other's characters, with each other's kind of egos and personalities. So there's a lot of time saved, or it's just a progressive journey forward through that process.
Strictly Ballroom, the magic of Strictly Ballroom, if I can be so corny, is that it has touched every kind of person. And it does touch every kind of person, and that always surprises me. I'm always surprised at the variation in the kind of human being that is touched by Strictly Ballroom.